In this package, Governor Godswill Akpabio warns youths against intimidation of voters at polling stations on election days, condemns killing of Okonowa. 500 indigents of Eket senatorial districts benefit from free eye treatment. University of Youth Teaching Hospital gets blood mobile bus. Details shortly. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I guess you had a good night rest. Welcome to Channel 45 News at Dawn. I am Akaninyene Upong. Governor Godswill Akpabio warned youths against intimidation of voters through acts of terror violence, such as firearms to polling centers in the coming elections. The governor bared his mind at Okanafon Council Hall during a meeting with stakeholders in Okanafon, Orowanam Federal Constituency, as part of measures to ensure peaceful elections and victory for PDP at the polls. Edem Asangai was there.
Chief Akpabio pointed out that as a serving governor, he is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring the safety of all in the state, irrespective of political affiliation. The governor at the event dispelled rumors about his health, assuring the people that he is as fit as ever. Chief Akpabio further assured that the General Hospital in Okanafon, the hanging bridge on the Back Uyo Dua Carriageway, will be inaugurated before its exit, in addition to asphalting 7 kilometers on the Okanafon Orowanam Road. He spoke of the need for the Anang people to remain united to enable them to continue to play decisive and stabilizing roles in Akwa Ibom politics.
If you are going for election, go with God's prayer. Go with joy. Go with song. Appeal to people. Do not intimidate. Do not injure anybody. And don't go with arms. God does not give power to the most powerful. Power belongs to God. And God says that He gives power to the humble and not to the violent.
Also speaking, the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who was represented by his wife, Martha, promised to ensure the development of Okanafon Orowanam Federal Constituency in the coming dispensation. The PDP deputy governorship candidate, Mr. Moses Ekpo, called on a backfive to reward PDP with votes for the numerous projects littering the area.
When he could not touch, I can assure you that Mr. Udongo Emmanuel will continue from there.
Governor Wili, Deputy Governor,
the Director General of the Godswill Akpabio Campaign Organization, Senator Emmanuel Ibaosian, the Deputy Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Saudor Kiri Anakwan, Commissioner for Lands and Town Planning, Obong Enokwan, a former council chairman in the area, Mr. Vital Sonang, a youth leader, Mr. Nam Suidiong, and the women's spokesperson, Mrs. Ini Okonko, all spoke of efforts to ensure PDP's victory at the polls. A minute's silence was observed during the meeting in honor of the slain APC House of Assembly candidate in Okanafon, Obong Okonowa. Edem Asai reporting.
Governor Godswill Akpabio has strongly condemned the killings of former Deputy Speaker Obong Okonowa, pointing out that no political ambition is worth the blood of any Akwa Ibom child. The governor made his feelings known when he called at the Uyo residence of the late Obong Okonowa to condole with his wife and family. The story is here presented.
Governor described the deceased as a brother, a friend, a strong political supporter, a true son of Akwa Ibom, and a courageous son of Anang land. Chief Akpabio said he learned of Obong Okonowa's death from the internet and immediately directed the police commissioner and other security chiefs to swing into action to apprehend and prosecute the culprits, irrespective of party affiliations. Governor Akpabio, who described himself as an apostle of non-violence in politics, advised politicians against taking politicking to the extreme. He assured the bereaved family that government will do everything possible to unravel the killing and ensure that those responsible pay for their crimes. While further describing the death of Obong Okonowa, who was an APC House of Assembly candidate in the 2015 general elections, as painful and unfortunate, the governor appealed to members of the bereaved family not to take the laws into their hands, but to allow the law to take its course. The governor restated his desire to see peaceful elections and sustained peace in the state.
I just came to sympathize with you and to assure you that the government of Akwa Ibom under my leadership will do everything possible to get to the bottom of this and to be able to bring those who are responsible to pay for their crimes. That is the assurance I can give you. Sometimes things like this happen maybe for the rest of the society to learn a lesson from. The government of Akwa Ibom will never want to see a level of violence that will lead to death or any violence at all in the state. We like to see a very peaceful state where people go about their businesses and go about the election in a peaceful manner. So when I hear this kind of record, I believe it's very painful. So please take heart. Accept my deepest sympathies, accept the sympathies of the government and the people of the state.
Responding, the chairman of Okanafon local government, Mr. Sylvester Odorkang, thanked Governor Okpabio for identifying with the family of the late Obong Okonowa in their moment of grief.
The of Southern Iman in Etienne local government Monday demonstrated their support for the PDP and the Akwa Ibom governorship candidate Ms. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel at the grand rally ahead of Saturday's election. The rally, staged at the St. Mary's Primary School grounds in Kana, attracted village and family heads, men, women and youth from the 8 villages making up Southern Iman Ward 1. Addressing the rally, the state PDP chairman and an indigene of Southern Iman Ward 1, Obong Polekbo, appreciated the people for their support for the PDP under his leadership. Obong Ekpo said, judging from the massive turnout of people at the rally, it was clear that the PDP will come out victorious at the presidential and all the elections this Saturday, 28th March and 11th April. The state PDP chairman called on his people to vote for President Jonathan, Obong Basi Albert for Senate, Elder Samikon for the House of Representatives, and Barrister Dennis Akwan for the State House of Assembly to attract dividends of democracy. Obong Ekpo, while presenting the governorship candidate Ms. Udom Emmanuel to the people, solicited their votes for him and all PDP candidates for the development of Southern Iman and the entire state.
Candidate, I can start today, presidency, I can the president, good luck,
Consolidated Alliance, Pastor Andrew Wanta also urged the people to support the PDP in view of the party's pedigree. The governorship hopeful, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, thanked traditional leaders, men, women and youth for their support, but urged them to crown it all with their votes for all PDP candidates at the elections. Ms. Emmanuel assured that if voted into office, his administration will address the yearnings of Iman people, especially with the construction of a Kweno Kwando dual carriageway. The senatorial district have affirmed their support for President Jonathan's re-election and the success of all PDP candidates in the general elections. The decision was taken by leaders of the party from the 12 local government areas making up Eket senatorial district at a meeting held in Oron. In attendance were the Deputy Governor Lady Valerie Ebe, Managing Director Niger Delta Development Commission, Barrister Basi Danabia, Minister for Lands and Housing, Mrs. Akun Eyarayi, and other PDP faithful. Addressing the gathering, The Deputy Governor, Lady Valerie Ebe, thanked Mrs. Akune for facilitating the meeting and assured the people of effective representation of the candidate if elected.
I know that now we have real PDP and the state is steady. Our people are able to bring out those personalities that will be in a position that take such decisions that will make us successful in all our endeavors. Because when I see you sit down, calm, reasonable, talking about those things that would make us grow, I said, wow. You will see that we have people that are that are capable of taking such decisions that in future will make our children or other people's children not fight again.
The facilitator of the meeting and Minister of Lands and Housing, Mrs. Akune Yaranyi, stressed the need for the people to support the PDP in the upcoming elections. Acknowledging the achievements of the Jonathan's administration and Governor Akpabio, Mrs. Yaranyi urged Eket people to stand up and support what is right.
In Akwa Ibom State, Akwa Ibom has always been a PDP state, and so it will not come to change now. Akwa Ibom will still remain a PDP state. In as Akwa Ibom is PDP state, Eket senatorial district will remain a PDP senatorial district.
The chairman on the occasion, Sir Adazi Obolom, thanked the people of the senatorial district for their support. Other speakers were the PDP candidate for Eket Senatorial District, Chief Nelson Effiong, and the Managing Director, Niger Delta Development Commission, Barrister Basit Danabia, who advised the people of the area not to be intimidated with what he called political mediocres. A communique was issued at the end of the meeting. The member representing Ibesiko Sultan in the State House of Assembly, Mr. Yareno Etrudo, has appealed to youth in his constituency not to allow themselves to be used as agents of violence in the March 28 and April 11 elections. The lawmaker made the appeal while addressing members of his constituency on the conduct of the election at town hall meeting at the Korabionko, Sultan Ekbe. Anthony was at the meeting and takes the story from here.
Ibesiko Sultan representative, who is also the chairman, House Committee on Appropriation and Finance, Mr. Yareno Etrudo, emphasized the need for the people to be cautious and for politicians to play the game by the rules, saying that in every contest there must be a winner and a loser. He maintained that elections should not be seen as a do-or-die affair and called on parents to dissuade their children from taking laws into their hands. Mr. Etrudo thanked his people for their support so far, but urged them to demonstrate their unwavering support by voting all PDP candidates in the March 28 and April 11 elections. A former chairman of Ibesiko Sultan, Mr. Temubum, the pioneer PDP chapter chairman, Inebo Ekpenyong, a former vice chairman, Obong Donatus Noah, chapter president of the National Council of Women Societies, Obong Wan Ime Ekpenyong Rock, special assistant to the governor on project monitoring and international president of Isum-Parawa Ibesiko Sultan, Ejuem David Jackson, as well as the village head, Yukora Tangasen, Echedong James Umongwa, and other speakers, thanked Mr. Yareno Etrudo for his effective representation, saying his achievements in the past 4 years have given the area a first lift and hope for a brighter future. Anthony Etam reporting.
In case you're just tuning in, it's Channel 45 News at dawn. We now take a break. We'll be right back. Please don't go away.
As election is approaching, I just want to make one appeal. My women, your sisters, your mothers, your daughters, all of them are supporting our governor and the PDP. When there is an election, they need to be protected. And it is only you that can protect them. We need to harvest our votes for all the PDP candidates.
What you have done for us in Akwa Ibom State is for our benefit, is for our future, and the future belongs to us. And so, in appreciation as a token to what you've done for us, we are committed to stand by all the people that are carrying the flags of PDP. We will vote and stand by and watch our vote and make sure that our votes are not tampered with. That is the only thank you we are going to offer you, Your Excellency.
Today, we are touched. I want to say all the youths should be humble and respect the leadership of Akwa Ibom State, and that leader is Barrister Godswill Obot Akpabio.
I went around all 31 local government areas campaigning. These were the faces I saw at the rally grounds. God will bless you in Jesus' name. And I want to tell the Akwa Ibom people that the next government is government of the youths, by the youths, and for the youths. On the day of election, go out early for accreditation. Go there and stand and protect your vote. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is coming back. Udom Emmanuel is taking over. Godswill Akpabio is going there.
And now to the rest of the stories. The State Police Command has reiterated the command's readiness to adequate security for members of the National Youth Service Corps during the forthcoming general elections. The State Police Commissioner, Mr. Gabriel Achong, who also charged the Corps members to avoid acts capable of exposing them to danger, was speaking while receiving the State Coordinator of NYSC, Lady Ngozi Chukwuka, in his office. The Commissioner said Corps members are considered by the police as sensitive personnel, just like INEC-sensitive materials. He amplified the outcome of the recent meeting of State Commissioners of Police with the Inspector General, which mandated them to provide security for Corps members across the nation in their lodges, polling units, and while performing other electoral duties. Earlier, the State NYC Coordinator, Lady Ngozi Chukwuka, solicited cooperation with the police, especially as the scheme provides the largest number of ad hoc staff to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for the 2015 general elections. More than 500 indigenes of Eket Senatorial District have benefited from a free eye treatment organized by Friends of Martha Udom Emmanuel for the people of Eket Senatorial District. The free eye treatment tagged Operation See Clear to Vote Right took place at Eket Local Government Council Hall. Livingstone Daniel was there.
A team of optometrists screened the patient for various eye ailments, including cataract and glaucoma. Various treatments were administered with those with eye problems, including the provision of eyeglasses, while others went home with eye drops and medicines. Those with serious eye problems were, however, referred. The president of Friends of Martha Udom Emmanuel, Mrs. Imenyang, said the free eye treatment is to add value to humanity, as well as serve as a pointer to what Mr. Udom Emmanuel would do if elected as governor. Mrs. Inyang urged the people of Eket Senatorial District to be grateful that their son is flying the party's governorship flag, emphasizing that Udom Emmanuel has the needed exposure, connection, and qualification to further drive industrialization and transformation of the state. She also solicited votes for all PDP candidates.
The reason and the purpose
for this program is to add value to humanity. And this is a pointer to Tukana PDP for us.
The PDP flag bearer for Eket Federal Constituency, Deaconess Uwere Botai, and his counterpart for Eket State Constituency, Mr. David Lawrence, noted the achievement of the Akpabios administration, saying a brighter future awaits Akwa Ibom State under Udom Emmanuel. The Doe also promised the people better deal if elected.
These friends of Matt Udom have come to show us a little of what we will experience from May 29, 2015 till forward and forward and forward.
And I think by the time we go through this program, a lot of people in this community will have benefited and their eyesight will improve. So that when they have the ballot paper, they should be able to vote according to the theme of this program, seek land to vote right.
Some beneficiaries of the free eye treatment commended friends of Matt Udom Emmanuel for the gesture, saying that the initiative has gone a long way to reassure them of a better things if Udom Emmanuel is elected as governor.
Benefiting from this, some of these people will not be able to afford for the glasses.
Friends of Mata, I'm more than you teach your honor. If you are getting what I'm wearing,
organization of more than money, and name of Adide, the big class, and test so that men can come in one on you.
Livingstone Daniel, rape.
A 3-day exit training organized for interns under Shopee Graduate Internship Scheme of the Federal Ministry of Finance is holding in Uyo. The training is to equip the interns with skills to make them employable in organizations or to venture into small and medium-scale businesses. Again, Livingstone Daniel has the details.
The project director of Graduate Internship Scheme, GIS, Mr. Peter Papka, said GIS is a federal government scheme aimed at empowering graduates with skills to make them employable in organizations or start their businesses. Represented by Mr. Kechuku Okore, Mr. Papka emphasized that the exit training will assist the interns to review their experiences, assess their progress, and plan their entry into preferred businesses or career. He noted that the skills and experience acquired through GIS have placed them in positions to contribute meaningfully to government transformation agenda and enhancement of national manpower development, as well as achievement of the National Vision 2020. Mr. Papka reminded the interns that the GIS is one of the many success stories of the present administration to reduce graduate unemployment, with a mandate to engage 50,000 graduates in 2 years. Half of this figure is said to have already benefited, with almost 30,000 of them successfully existed. The guest lecturer, Prince Idiong, drilled the interns on various topics including evaluating the job market, tips for preparing and uploading CVs, interview, salary negotiation, and employment offers, selecting your career, building and monitoring career growth. Others are method for effective entrepreneurship development, basic business planning and financial management tools for entrepreneurial development, sources of funding small and medium-scale businesses, as well as basic concept for selling and promoting small and medium-scale businesses.
But at the managerial level, it now depends on one, experience, two, the pedigree of the potential employee and what he's bringing into the organization. And sometimes organizations are willing to pay, come out, in fact, bend over backwards to pay that person to come in because they know the kind of skills he or she has.
In an interview with AKBC 45 News, some interns described the training as rewarding.
Since I came here, I got from this program. Right now, if I have to choose a job, I must consider my career.
We have learned a lot.
Livingston Daniel reporting.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Emewabasi Basi, yesterday witnessed the formal presentation of a blood mobile bus to the University of Youth Teaching Hospital, as well as a 60 kVA power generating set to its dialysis unit. The presentation was made possible by Save Blood Africa, Rotary Club of California, USA, and the God Ambassadors Medical Outreach. The event, according to the following report, took place at the dialysis center of the hospital.
Represented by the Director of Public Health Services in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Godwin Nebuk, the Commissioner joined board members of the teaching hospital and members of Rotary International to witness the inauguration of the bus and generator. A blood mobile bus is a purpose-built vehicle which houses complete facilities for blood transfusion processes. Inaugurating the facilities, the chairman of the board of the University of Youth Teaching Hospital, Chief Inetio Lua Onyimede, appealed to interested members of the public to assist the health institution by donating to other units of the hospital. Chief Onyimede pledged on behalf of the board and management of the hospital to provide a backup set for the donated unit.
To the glory of God and for the benefit of the people of Akwa Ibom State, members of the University of Youth Teaching Hospital, I hereby commission this blood mobile bus. Thank you.
In his welcome remark, the Chief Medical Director of the UUTH, Professor Etete Peters, appreciated the Save Blood Africa, Rotary Club of California, USA, and God's Ambassadors Medical Outreach for the gesture, which he said will bring the needed succor to the hospital's patients.
With this bus, we can be able to carry out our blood drive efficiently. We can be able to store the blood also very well. And of course, we will not have any excuse. So this is how we can successfully add value to the services provided by the teaching hospital.
The president of the Rotary Club of Uyo and board chairman of the University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, Dr. Val Atta, acknowledged the responsiveness and commitment of the hospital to the uplift of human lives. He observed that the donation of the mobile blood bus was necessitated by the pressing issues of safe blood for patients in need.
And to assure you of the sustainability of the facilities in each of the hospitals, Anoa, and others just defined. Already the management staff of our support institutions and the secondary levels in the hospital management board have assured me of their determination to build on existing capacity.
A famous hematologist, Professor Etemesian of the University of Youth Teaching Hospital, made a passionate appeal to members of the public to donate blood in order to ensure the functioning of the new vehicle.
Nigerian citizens in Bangkok, Thailand can now obtain the new e-passport at the Nigerian embassy in the country. Germanwings plane flight 4U9525 has crashed in the French Alps. This and more in the national and foreign news segment with Mercy Ekere.
A Nigerian e-passport printing machine has been installed at the Nigerian embassy in Bangkok, Thailand. This move will enable Nigerian citizens in Thailand to obtain their e-passports with ease. The Controller General of Immigration, David Paradang, said the Nigerian immigration is going to different regions across the world to ensure that Nigerians in diaspora have current and valid passports. The Nigerian envoy to Thailand, Ambassador Chidi Okafor, noted that Nigerians in neighboring countries like Vietnam and Philippines could transit through Thailand. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said it won't be conducting elections in some parts of the northeast, which the Nigerian military recently recaptured from Boko Haram. According to INEC, there is no clearance from security operatives to hold elections in such areas. Also, misplaced persons as a result of the Boko Haram crisis in the northeast will not be able to participate in the elections. Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, has apologized to Israel Arabs for for saying they were voting in droves during last week's elections. He said this was not meant to offend Israeli Arab voters. Netanyahu's speech has drawn international rebuke. The United States says his speech could not be ignored as it sought to marginalize Israeli Arabs. Mr. Netanyahu had, ahead of his re-election, said he would not allow creation of a Palestinian state if re-elected. He also dismissed a two-state solution, which has long been a cornerstone of U.S. peacemaking efforts. An Airbus belonging to German airline Germanwings, a subsidiary of Lufthansa, has crashed in the French Alps. The plane, Flight 4U-9525, had been en route from Barcelona to Dusseldorf with 144 passengers and 6 crew aboard. President François Hollande of France has spoken with German Chancellor Angela Merkel to express his sympathy.
You can watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC450 or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. To end the news, a look at the top stories. Governor Godswill Akpabio has warned youths against intimidating voters at polling stations on election days. He was speaking at a political stakeholders meeting in Okanafon. We also told you that the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital has been presented with a blood mobile bus and a 60 kVA generating set by the Rotary Club of California. That's a package this Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning.